true life, and music history. The Ants Human Stars podcast with your hosts, Caleb and Digo. Are you ready? Steady. Go.
And now,
for your listening pleasure,
it's story time.
It's story time.
It's story time. Okay, Peeping Toms. Do you know where Peeping Tom comes from?
No, do tell.
It's a legend.
Okay.
I mean, a Peeping Tom is real, but I mean, like, why is it called Peeping Tom? And why does it involve chocolate? I have no idea, but it does. Lady Godiva. Like this goes back to Coventry, England.
Oh.
In the 11th century, her and her husband became active in public affairs, handling financial matters. Anyway, as the story goes, her husband agreed to make a reduction of tax. I guess his wife was trying to be like, yo, don't be such a bitch and tax people who are poor or whatever. He would reduce local taxes if his wife would run naked through the market square of Coventry. Like, you know, I'll lower those taxes as soon as you get out there naked. Well, legend has it.
She was like, oh, okay.
She was like, oh, okay. I'm about. So she sent advance word to the townspeople of Coventry asking them, this is dumb. She's like gonna do it, but she told everybody, you need to avert your eyes while I ride through the market naked. So out of respect for Lady Godiva, who later would go on to make chocolate, all complied with their wishes. All except the one tailor in town named Tom. Somebody just busted.
I was wondering. I was like, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was just like, what's going on?
We're once again at Glory Days, and we're not the bathroom is relatively near, but I mean, damn, busted ass enough.
I'm trying to figure. I was like, was that cleaning? Is that food?
You know, is that ventilation systems in the bathroom?
Yeah, that
ass just went out and smacked us in the face. Just smacked us like we were nothing.
Seriously.
Like you doing a podcast?
Exactly. I don't care.
Anyway, so Tom, he couldn't help but sneak a peek. And this is why this is a legend, because immediately after viewing her, Tom was struck and became blind. So anyways, this is where people pulled the Peeping Tom. It's a legend. People just went with it. Okay, Peeping Tom, or spying into a dwelling or enclosure, as the Code of Virginia would say. Here we go. It shall be. White people write this. It shall be unlawful for any person to enter upon the property of another, or secretly or furtively peep, spy, or attempt to peep or spy into or through a window, door, or aperture, or building, structure, or any enclosure of any nature occupied or intended for occupancy as a dwelling, whether or not such building, structure, or enclosure is permanently situated or transportable, or whether or not such occupancy is permanent or temporary, or to do the same without just cause upon property owned by him, and leased or rented to another under circumstances that would violate the occupant's reasonable expectation of privacy. Etc., etc., etc. As used in this, peephole means any hole, crack, or other similar opening through which a person can see. And a violation of this section is a Class 1 misdemeanor in Virginia. So I basically just Googled Peeping Tom's Virginia. So there actually is back in 2013.
Dang, even more recent.
Yeah, this is recent. Woodbridge man. Florida man.
Right.
Woodbridge man, same thing.
Not all
Florida
of Woodbridge. Man. Some of y'all are nice.
Yeah.
Not all of Woodbridge is bad, but
you're on the frontier there, past Fredericksburg.
You got some spots.
Right. And if you go inland, like if you're on the 95 in Woodbridge, and then you get a mile away from that 95, and you're just it's just so fast. Anyway, so Woodbridge man, he was suspected on spying on hundreds of women over 2 years, according to police. Fuel truck driver Michael C. MacArthur, he is black, 40, was arrested on a Friday after a citizen tipped off police. MacArthur is accused of peeping on women in Fairfax County, where us truly are broadcasting from. We're not going to be very specific on this podcast. We don't want people to find us and kill us.
Exactly.
Police say he would be connected to more than 200 cases in Franconia and about 50 in West Springfield. That's a little bit close.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say how close. Do you know where Sully is?
No, that's a place.
But apparently it's nearby, too. It's in Fairfax County. Sully?
Never heard of it.
Sully District. Authorities say that MacArthur would inappropriately touch himself while watching women through their ground level windows. He targeted random women between their 20s and their 50s. Surveillance pictures show MacArthur outside one of the victims' windows. Police say he was familiar with the neighborhoods and had frequented many to spy on women, but he was only able to be, they only had evidence for 3 cases, though they suspect hundreds of cases because, it's like so many cases of like people calling in, yo, I saw somebody, but ran away, but there were probably descriptions of black man outside my window. So they didn't, like, they suspect him for hundreds of cases, but they don't have the evidence for that. He was arrested and sentenced January 22nd, 2014. Here's the thing. If you're on the ground floor of an apartment building, you need to really be, like, weary of people. I mean, you're on the ground floor, right? All these attacks, I guess you can call them that, were ground floor apartments. Ground floor, window, through the... Come on, man. Like, you got to put your blinds up. And if you're a woman, please, I know it sucks. You're a woman. You're already at risk since you came out of your mom. Like, both of you were at risk and have been at risk since.
Since birth.
You were, like, better off when you were in your mom, but now you're not so much.
Why do people not have, like, blinds or curtains? That's another
or they like
topic, but like
they don't put them up
too much.
Closing
blinds.
A 44-year-old man was arrested in connection with a peeping Tom incident in Spotsylvania. You know where that is?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for this? At a retirement community.
Ew.
Barry Dashiell of Spotsylvania was charged with peeping into windows and public masturbation at the Cardinal Village Retirement Community. Deputies say they responded to the community located at the 4600 block of Spotsylvania Parkway on August 31st, 2018. Recent. They said that, hey, they've been seeing some dude peeking in through the windows. He fled the scene. Deputies, however, were able to review surveillance footage, and they were able to see the man hiding behind a dumpster. The video then shows the subject approach a window and kneel down. He could then be seen masturbating while looking through the window. But because, this is like in all these true crimes that I listen to, basically there's always the point where, like, it's not like I'm trying to give tips to people who want to break the law or like do it.
But it's like, let me help you out. Yeah.
But damn, look at this. Hear this. Management of the community said the suspect matched a description of someone who recently applied for a job under the name of Barry. After an investigation, deputies identified the peeping Tom as suspect Barry Dashiell. They had a name and he applied for...
I'm like, why?
He was arrested and charged with 2 misdemeanors for masturbating in public and peeping into a dwelling. He is being held at the regional jail. It was last year. Who knows? Who gives a shit? He's probably in jail or he's not. This is in... Oh, yeah, this is Washington. Like, our Washington.
Okay.
I'm not going to read this whole article because it's long as hell, but basically there was, like, this really, like, revered rabbi...
Oh, dang.
was helping women, and then basically he would be like, "Yo, I need to like check your bathroom real quick. Like, I think there was something wrong with the vents." And long story short, they found him.
Wow, he's putting cameras.
Yeah, putting cameras. So he's like a sophisticated peeping Tom.
How did that? Was he like putting the cameras and then they had a remote feed, or was he like getting it and then going back?
I'm looking at a photograph of evidence, and there's like 30 memory cards. So he was putting the thing, recording, and then go in. But see, that's again, I don't want to tell criminals how to do it, but if you're gonna do this. You having to go in and retrieve the memory, that's just not going to work, dude. You're going to need a remote recording thing where the camera is in one area and the recording is another area, and that's safe. I'm telling people how to do this. Anyway, now this one's dumb. This is also a peeping Tom recording using sophisticated techniques. This ain't sophisticated. There's nothing sophisticated about this dude. Man charged with peeping after 14-year-old girl finds phone in a bathroom of Grand Rapids sub shop. This is in 2018 as well.
Did I hear that?
I gotta show you. Look at how dumb this is.
Yeah, that's dumb. You can like see the light from the phone.
Let me describe this. I mean, it's like it's like, you know, an emergency light, one of those emergency lights with the two lights, right? And then he's got the camera, he's got the phone pointing down, and he's got like maybe like a folder or something to hold the phone in position. But anybody would look up and see that there's a phone pointing down on. And basically, I feel like I read somewhere where the dad went and chased him down. Let's say the dad did go and chase him down, because that's what I feel like he did, and that's what he did. Okay, cool. Now, one of the last peeping Toms that I looked into, this was great. Baltimore County. Peeping Tom who was trying to set up a spy camera inside a mall restroom, accidentally turned the camera on himself. They found the camera. They found the video that, but at the top of the video was him like positioning the camera in the. They released the footage, tracked him down, found him, and he was part of the what's it called, the security of the mall. He was part of mall security, and he was security. Get security for security, because the security is recording me. Exactly. Luckily, it hadn't been recording much, but I mean, who knows how long he'd been doing this. He was sentenced. He got a couple of months. I mean, this is just how it is. I mean,
is porn not enough?
Okay, now can we get into, before I segue into this other piece is going to land heavy, can we just talk about, like, yeah, exactly, porn is available to you even
for free nowadays. Like, you ain't got to, it's just so available.
If you like what's it called, voyeurism, and there are people who do it
already, so you don't have to.
Exactly. I mean, okay. I mean, people who do it like they're doing it, like they don't know that they're being seen.
I totally think it's wrong.
It's wrong, but it's already there.
Not okay. But but it's there.
People who are like, how can I put this? Like, they're exposing themselves, or
Or
do that it's just a show.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Yeah. Like, whatever. Aren't you seeing the anyway?
People need to be more thoughtful of what they're putting their time and energy into. Like,
if you're gonna be a criminal, please do it smartly. And if you can't, use porn.
If you're gonna be a criminal, like assess how much time and energy you're gonna have to put into doing this. Like, what are the odds of you actually pulling this off successfully? I just
So while I was doing the Peeping Tom thing, I wanted to know, isn't a Peeping Tom, what's it called? A sex offense. So wouldn't you have to be registered, right? When you do that, don't you have to, especially if it's underage, God, you're fucked, right? Well, that brought me to
sex offenders list in
Virginia State Sex Offender Registry.
You know,
shit. Oh shit! I never
that are around?
looked at. I knew that existed, but I never why would I didn't care. I mean, I don't have children. Anyway, this is just Fairfax County.
Ooh.
Just Fairfax County. I mean, it's a plethora of people. Now, I'm going to zoom in to our neck of the woods here, just real quick. And I'm going to bring up, this is the guy who lives closest to my house. Now, I'm not going to say the name, nor am I going to give any address, because obviously I don't want people to find out where I'm living, nor do I want this guy to figure out that I'm putting this up on the air and come and find me and kill me. But there is a dude who is like down the street. Now, I don't feel danger. I mean, because unfortunately, peeping toms usually are after women. Men are the usual ones who are doing this. Women just don't.
Not only that, there's other things that you can be put on a sex offenders list that, I mean, like, you shouldn't be doing anything that could potentially put you on the list, but there are things that it's not necessarily like something to be afraid of, if you understand what I'm saying.
Right. But the thing is, peeping tom can lead.
Oh yeah, no, completely. So I don't want to. Yeah, I don't mean to. I'm definitely not trying to downplay
of
sexual.
All of the dozens and dozens just in our vicinity.
Yeah,
all of them are violent offenders, because once if you're go after somebody underage, you're immediately a violent. It doesn't matter if all you did was see them naked. Even just that, you're a violent person. Okay. Now this guy though, he's not. He's the closest one to my house, to my parents' house. He is charged, let's see, 2010 was his last charge. Third time for a peeping charge. Third fucking time, dude. He is addicted, and he lives in and around the neighborhood. So, I mean, this guy is like, isn't it like third time's a charm, or what's it called? Three strikes, and he must have a good lawyer.
3 strikes, yeah. That's what it should be.
I'm looking at. I'm gonna show you just a photo of this guy. There you go. White. I mean, obviously, he got away with it. All these other guys that I saw around, a lot of them, I'd say 50% black. Not saying anything other than, that's the way police are in Virginia. I mean, you're just going to be more inclined to be caught if you're black. I'm not saying that black people are more sex offenders. Also, something that I brought up our whole little area, and I literally clicked and opened every single one. And I want to know all this information. And there is from peeping. This is the only peeping tom in the whole like little area. Everything else is like aggravated assault, battery, rape, just like not even like other words around it, just rape, sex trafficking. There's multiple sex traffickers like and this, all of it, most of them underage, like 12 to, there were some that specify 12 to 15. So in that range, or under 16, nothing that I saw was like, well, except for the rape. The rape could have been just, an older person, sure. And you're still under the sex offender registry. Now a lot of them have convictions for not reporting. I'm sure that is a common thing. Like, so once a sex offender, always a sex offender. And I'm sure it must suck that you did this back in the 80s. I know, hey, you did it. You are guilty. You got to keep doing this every so often. Like, you got to report, or knock on the door. I don't know what they got to do. I don't know what the laws are in Virginia, but a lot of these cats are being charged with felonies for not reporting and keeping their information up to date. So on July 2017, Jerome Kennedy and his wife Ashley heard noises and saw a light shining through a pipe in the ceiling of their Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania home. The couple purchased a surveillance camera and installed it in their attic. They went, this white people thing.
Exactly.
They went over the footage and discovered that their neighbor, Robert Havria, was seen walking around their attic carrying a power drill. Havria made a secret removable wall which allowed him to sneak into their home from his home. He drilled holes into the walls, and the couple believes it was so he could watch them in their bedroom. They finally contacted police, and he was arrested and was charged with stalking and trespassing. He claimed that he was in the couple's attic because he was connected to his home and he was doing some renovations. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. So you know where we live now, they're connected like that. It's funny. My mom was literally just telling me like a couple weeks ago. It's in her room. There's like a basically the thing that you can get up to, but they're locked.
Right.
And they don't give the keys like to. I don't know if maybe the owner of the place has the key, but like it's locked.
Okay.
And like we can't get in. Someone up there can't like get down. But yeah, they're connected. Well, I don't know. We've never been up there, but they're connected in the sense that you could move from the houses.
How do you know that?
This is just my mom tells me, okay? And my mom knows everything.
Because, I mean, like, connected. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Well, I take that as connected, like they connected that you could get to the other person's. Well, yeah, you get to the other person's house. Yeah. It's like metal. That thing. That's like,
damn, they are connected.
Yeah, no,
because that like, means that's what I would need.
Yeah,
and that means, but here's the thing. That he's gonna freak you out. That door is metal.
Mm-hmm. But what's up there? Yeah, it's like wood. And
right
stuff.
Next to that door is your mom's ceiling made of drywall. Somebody could just smash in it. Obviously, commotion and whatnot. But they could sneak in and drill a little hole and see what's up and whatever. I mean,
I don't understand what's the point in that. Like, why would you connect? Like, why? I
don't know. You guys renting that out.
People do, like, that's just weird. Like, why would you build? Anyways. People are stupid and this world is dumb.
Thanks for listening to the Ants, Human Stars podcast with Caleb and Digo. Stay connected and get updates about new episodes by visiting our website, antshumanstars.com, and by subscribing wherever you listen to podcasts. If you enjoyed this podcast, please leave us a positive rating and review, and share about us with your community on social media. Thanks, y'all. We really appreciate it.